Hello guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Today I bring to us a very simple and quick tutorial on how to cut and sew a fingerless glove sleeve. If you're interested in learning something like this, keep on watching and let's get straight into this video. I'll start by quickly drafting a long sleeve pattern, and in order to do this, I'll start by rolling out a starting line at the top right here. From that line, I'm going to go down by 4 inches for my cap's height. You could use 4.5 inches, but I like to use 4 inches for long sleeve. Okay, so I'm going to connect this line together like so. So this is my cap's height. Next, I'm going to mark out my elbow line. So from the top there, I'm going to mark out where my elbow is supposed to sit at 11 inches. I think I made a mistake. I think my elbow sits at 13 to 14 inches, but we move on. All right, so this is my elbow line. Finally, I am going to rule out my wrist line. This is your long sleeve length. So my long sleeve length is 24 inches, so I'm going to mark it on either side, and I'm going to go ahead and connect this using the help of my straight ruler. Next, I'll go ahead and label this line. So this is my cuff, which is also my wrist. This is my elbow line, and then this is my cap's height. You can also label this your bicep line, and this is my starting line. Now I'll go to my cap's height line, and I'm going to impute my armhole measurement divided by 2. Mine is 16 divided by 2 is 8 inches. Now I'm going to draw a slanted line from my starting line to that point I made on my cap's height line. All right, now I'm going to measure out what I have there, and that's 9 inches. I'll find the midpoint, which is about 4.5 inches, and then I'm going to go ahead and draw in my curve. So with the help of my curved ruler, I am drawing in a curve like this. Watch the way I place my ruler. After making my first curve, I inverted my ruler so that I have something that looks kind of like an S. All right, you can use your free hand to do this. Next, on my elbow line, I impute my round elbow measurement divided by 2, and that is 6 inches, and I added half an inch for seam allowance. Now on my cuff line, which is basically my wrist line, I'm going to impute my wrist measurement divided by 2, which is 4 inches, and then I added extra half inch for seam allowance, making it a total of 4.5 inches. So with the help of my ruler, I'm going to go ahead and connect these points together. So the reason why I added seam allowance is because my fabric is not stretchy. If you're working with a very stretchy fabric, you do not need to add any seam allowance to this. So next, I'm trying to measure out the distance from my wrist to my middle finger, and I have about 3.5 inches there. So my extension will be by 3.5 inches. But if you don't have this measurement, I think between 3.5 to 4 inches is perfect. Now I can go ahead and connect these points together like this. So you can connect this straight like this, okay, or you can use a little curve, a slight curve. So I think I'm going to maintain this slight curve, and I'm trying to make it bold and visible. I'll also be adding about 1/4 of an inch, that's 0.25 inches for hemming allowance. This is optional, but I just decided to add it because I'm going to be hemming it using a bias tape. So after this is done, we are basically done with this pattern, and I'll go ahead and cut it out like so. Please do not forget to confirm your armhole measurement. My armhole is 16 divided by 2, that's about 8 inches, but I have 9 inches, so I'm good and fine. If you use this method, I can assure you that you're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and draw in my green line, write down my annotation. So I'm going to be cutting this one piece of this on fold. I'm going to go ahead and label the sleeve and write who it is for, and then I'll place it on my fabric and cut. I am using a white lace fabric for this. This lace is non-stretch, and this is why I added seam allowance, and I can see that it is not very visible. That is why I decided to add this green fabric underneath so that we can see it clearly. So I have this strip of fabric here. It measures 1 inch, and this is what I'm going to be using to hem the bottom. So you can use a bias tape for this as well. You can even use a piece of tulle net fabric to also hem it, or you can even just decide to fold it in by that 1/4 of an inch that we added. Before I hem this, I have this tiny strip of fabric that I cut out. I'm going to fold it into 2 and make a stitch, turn it inside out, and this is what I have. I think in total I have about 3 inches in length. All right, so I'm going to fold this into 2, and I'm going to make sure that the ends are on top of each other, that is, they are overlapping. And then I'm going to place it in the center, the V area. I'm going to secure it with a pin, and then I can go ahead and now hem this. I'm going to start by placing this my strip of fabric all around on the right side. Do make sure you place it on the right side. Make a stitch about 1/4 of an inch. I'll cut out the excesses, make a notch in the middle so that I can turn it over easily, then turn it to the back, and I'm going to fold it in twice. All right, so I want my hemming to be as tiny as possible, and that's why I went ahead to cut this strip of fabric out a little more. So I'm going to fold it in twice and stitch it all around. And after stitching it, this is what it looks like. This is the wrong side and this is the right side. Can you see how beautiful and neat that is? So next, I'm going to fold this into 2 right sides facing each other, and I'll go ahead and stitch it down by that 1/2 of an inch that I left. After stitching it down, this is what it looks like. So I'm going to quickly flip this over to the right side, and this is what it looks like. Our glove sleeve is ready. Now I can go ahead and try on my sleeve. I noticed that the loop area, that's the ring area, was a little tight. It was quite a struggle to get it through. So if you have thicker fingers, I advise you to use 3.5 inches in length instead of the 3 inches that I use. And that is that for this tutorial. I feel like it would be finer if I use a stretchy fabric. Can you see what it looks like? I think I'm in love with this result. Tell me what you think in the comment section. And with that being said, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. Please give this video a like so that more people can get to see it. If you're not subscribed to this family, please hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions, thoughts, suggestions, leave it in the comment section, and I'll see you in my next video. I love you guys so much. Bye.